Hello, you're watching Cruise First, where we have some spectacular deals for you today on Royal Caribbean's Adventure of the Seas. In the summer of 2013, the adventure will be based out of Southampton for the first time, so we have some amazing prices that you're going to find irresistible. Here's a quick taster of what's to come. To get yourself on any of the cruises you see today, just pick up that phone and give us a call on the free phone number on screen. Calls are free from a BT landline. However, other networks may charge and calls from mobiles will cost considerably more. You can also find all out details and latest deals and many more discounted prices online at cruisefirst.tv. Now, these are low prices to celebrate the ship's brand new inaugural sailing from Southampton. And as the Adventure of the Seas is one of the Royal's most loved ships, so it's going to sell out fast, so don't hang around. If you want to bag yourself a bargain, get on the phone right away. Now, before we see where she'll be sailing, let's take a look at what you can expect from a cruise with Royal Caribbean.
Founded in 1969, Royal Caribbean International has now grown to a fleet of 21 ships and covers destinations worldwide, from Alaska to Asia and Europe to Mexico. They're great for active travelers looking for an affordable holiday that's adventurous, relaxing and refined. Being on the world's most innovative cruise fleet means that your days at sea can be packed with activities from morning till night. There are cruises for couples, singles, families, friends, anyone basically. If you're taking the kids, then the organised activities with Adventure Ocean Youth Programme will keep them nice and busy. Or, of course, you can join in the fun on the rock climbing wall and the ice rink, or catch a wave on our onboard Flow Rider surf simulator. But there are also plenty of opportunities to kick back and relax. Take the spa, for example, where your personal needs take precedence, and you can be pampered from head to toe with all the latest treatments. Catch up with friends for a drink in your choice of bars, or take in a show or the latest film you've been wanting to see. Mealtimes are always a highlight on a cruise, and you won't be disappointed with Royal Caribbean. Treat yourself to a 5-course exquisite meal in our main dining room, a more casual bite in one of our cafes or family restaurants, or a wonderful night out in one of our speciality restaurants. If you just want to relax in your stateroom though, you can order in too. As a Royal Caribbean International guest, you'll find that one of their cruise holidays is something to experience year after year.
All right, looks fantastic, and you could be enjoying all the facilities on board the Adventure of the Seas as it sails from Southampton to Iceland and Norway. And if you book today, the price will include a discount of £500 per couple.
You start your cruise in Southampton and after 2 days cruising, reach Reykjavik, the capital of Iceland, where you overnight. It's then on to Akureyri in the north of the country. You then head over to Norway for stops at Trondheim, Ålesund, Molde, Olden and Stavanger before arriving back at Southampton. In one of the most southwesterly areas of Norway, you'll find the beautiful city of Stavanger. Whilst it may be difficult to resist the shopping and charm of its city centre, there is much to do outside the town as well. One trip worth doing is a short boat ride through the delightful Stavanger archipelago that takes you to the stunning Pulpit Rock.
Well, if you like the look of this route, well, here's what you could pay if you book with us. And it's a terrific price because look at how long you're away for. It's 13 nights from £999 per person. The reference number is AD237. It's based on 2 people sharing an inside stateroom, and this particular price is for a departure on the 31st of May 2013, so plenty of time to look forward to a really terrific trip. Iceland and Norwegian adventure, 4-star Adventure of the Seas. It's a brand new sailing from Southampton, and here is the words that we like. There are free car parking or free coach transfers to Southampton, so you can leave your car somewhere else. Free coach transfer, fantastic. If you book a balcony stateroom, you receive free gratuities, so that puts a little bit more money into your pocket. And early booking discount, as we mentioned there, of £500 per couple is included. Now, with all of today's deals, you can choose from either free parking, as I mentioned there at Southampton, or free coach transfers from selected UK cities to make your journey simpler. And of course, you can take as much luggage as you can carry. Royal's next adventure is to France and Spain, and here's where you could be visiting.
Your cruise starts in Southampton, and the next morning you arrive at Cherbourg in France. It's then over to Spain for visits to Vigo, Gijón and Bilbao. Le Havre is your final stop, from where you can make a visit to Paris. It's then back to Southampton where you leave your ship. No trip to Le Havre is complete without visiting Paris. Fantastic shopping, wonderful food and a wealth of sights including the Louvre, the Notre Dame Cathedral and of course the Eiffel Tower. Sip café au lait in a pavement cafe and eat in some of the world's finest restaurants. Paris will always be one of the world's most exciting and enchanting cities.
Fancy this one? Well, here's what it could cost. Yet again, another terrific price. 8 nights from £549 per person. The France and Spain trip, 4-star Adventure of the Seas, selected 2013 dates. It's based on 2 people sharing an inside stateroom. This particular price applies for a departure on the 27th of October 2013. AD 137 is the reference number. Brand new sailing again from Southampton. Free car parking or free coach transfers to Southampton. You can book a balcony stateroom and receive free gratuities. So, as I keep saying, lots of extra money in your own pocket there. Early booking discount of up to £500 per couple included. Reference AD 137. Now, Royal Caribbean ships are broken down into classes that have similar facilities, and the Adventure falls into the Voyager class. Here's what you can expect from her.
The Adventure of the Seas, the Explorer of the Seas, the Mariner of the Seas, the Navigator of the Seas, and the Voyager of the Seas. From bow to stern, our Voyager class of ships is packed with activities for guests of the nation of Why Not. Each of our amazing Voyager class vessels is home to the Royal Promenade, a unique experience that's at the centre of each ship, featuring shopping, restaurants and pubs. But step outside and prepare to be truly amazed, with more things to do than you ever thought possible on a ship. Play basketball or volleyball on our full-size courts. Climb our rock wall 200 feet above the ocean. And why not ice skate on our onboard rink? Or if you feel like doing nothing at all, soak up the sun in our stunning adults-only glass solarium. Then head to our full-service day spa and let the pampering begin. With a holiday aboard our Voyager class of ships, you'll never be at a loss for a new onboard experience. And you're almost guaranteed to never hear the words, "Are we there yet?" again.
Are we there yet? So next, we're exploring Spain. And as with all the cruises in this show, if you upgrade to a balcony cabin, then we'll pay your gratuities, meaning you'll have more in your holiday pot to spend on drinks and excursions.
Start your holiday by joining our ship in Southampton. You then cruise over to Spain, where your first stop is Malaga. Cannes in France is next, followed by Barcelona, Palma de Mallorca, Valencia and Cartagena in Spain. It's then over to Portugal for a stop at Lisbon, and finally Vigo in northwest Spain. It's then back to Southampton, where your cruise ends. No trip to Palma de Mallorca would be complete without a visit to the cathedral, known as Le Sceau, that dominates the city skyline. After, you can lunch on tapas or sip sangria in one of the waterfront cafes. Then take a stroll through the old town and visit some of the exclusive shops and boutiques. Or if you'd rather do nothing at all, simply find a beach, of which the island has many, and just relax and top up your tan.
There are so many beautiful ports of call on this cruise, but one that really stands out is Barcelona. And Zilpa Hartley was lucky enough to visit a little while back.
Now, one of Barcelona's most famous landmarks is the Sagrada Familia, and it has to be seen to be believed. Now, its designer guy died before it was completed, but it's a work in progress and should be finished in around 2026. An estimated 5 million tourists visit the Sagrada Familia each year, many of them wandering through the interior of the church, a marvellous forest of vast columns laid out in the style of the great Gothic cathedrals. Nou Camp Stadium, famous throughout the football-loving world, is home to Barcelona FC. With a capacity of 99,000, it's the biggest football stadium in Europe. Surely a treat that no football fan is going to want to miss. you choose to holiday on the Costa Brava or the Costa Dorada, the energy and the culture of Barcelona are an absolute must. It has everything you'd expect to find in a city, the cafes, the bars and the shopping, but it has a real Mediterranean flair and an utterly relaxed atmosphere. It's my kind of city.
So here's what you could pay for this cruise of Spain. Well, yet again, I keep saying terrific prices. They really are. 14 nights from £899 per person. It's the Spanish Adventure, 4-star Adventure of the Seas, selected 2013 dates. This particular price is for a departure departing on the 13th of October 2013. It's based on 2 people sharing an inside stateroom. AD 337. Brand new sailing from Southampton again, free car parking or free, we love the word free, coach transfers to Southampton. You can book a balcony stateroom and receive free gratuities. And of course, as we also mentioned earlier, there is an early booking discount of up to £500 per couple included. Now, don't forget that all the prices you see today include early booking discounts. So get on the phone before they sell out. And if you want to put a deposit down rather than paying the full amount, then there won't be a credit card charge on that. The next itinerary on Adventure of the Seas is a loop around the Mediterranean.
Boarding your ship in Southampton, you depart that evening for Gibraltar. It's then over to Spain for a stop at Barcelona, followed by Villefranche for Nice, Livorno for Florence and Pisa, Civitavecchia for Rome and Cagliari on Sardinia. It's then over to Spain for stops at Malaga and Cadiz, from where you can visit Seville. Lisbon is your final stop before cruising back to Southampton, where you leave your ship. Said to be the oldest city in Western Europe, Cadiz is a pocket-sized Andalusian town that juts out from the Iberian Peninsula on a narrow spit. Packed into the tiny old town within the ancient city walls are a wealth of typically Andalusian attractions, namely pretty architecture along narrow winding lanes that open out into splendid squares. It's also the place where you'll find some of the best and freshest fish and shellfish in the world.
Fancy that one? Well, here's the price. Yeah, 16 nights from £1,099 per person, reference AD 437. The Mediterranean Adventure, 4-star Adventure of the Seas, selected 2013 dates. Yet again, based on 2 people sharing an inside stateroom and departing for this price on the 13th of September next year. So plenty of time to book ahead. Brand new sailing from Southampton. Yet again, free car parking or free coach transfers to Southampton. You can book a balcony stateroom and receive those free gratuities. I can just about say it, I'm so excited. Early booking discount of up to £500 per couple is included. The all-important reference number to write down, AD 437. Now, these cruises are perfect for families, especially as there are no flights involved, and the ships are kitted out with all the latest mod cons to keep everyone entertained.
Royal Caribbean International offers families way more than a cruise. There's plenty of onboard activities for children, including the award-winning Adventure Ocean Youth Program, where the cruise line's trained staff will keep all ages safe and entertained while parents relax. It's designed for ages 6 months to 17 years, and it's one of the most comprehensive youth activity programs at sea, operating year-round across the fleet. There's also a fantastic range of onboard features for the family to enjoy together, including the rock climbing wall, the Flow Rider surf simulator, and the dedicated children's water park, the H2O zone, on certain ships. Teens have the freedom to do as much or as little as they want. Our onboard program of events include teen-only special theme nights, games and competitions, while our teen-only lounge and nightclub let you just hang out and catch up with friends. From morning till night, there's activities that the family can do together. Try ice skating, or with younger children, go to Adventure Beach. You can even embarrass your children at the family disco. Ashore, there are some fantastic family excursions which will give you all unforgettable experiences. There's a babysitting service in your stateroom from 8 AM until 2 AM. That's payable locally so that you can get some time to yourself.
Next, we have a 14-night cruise to offer you around the Canary Islands, which is a beautiful part of the world to visit. Here's the route you'll be taking.
Join your ship in Southampton and cruise over to Spain, where you make a stop at Gijón and then Vigo. You then head out into the Atlantic Ocean for stops at the Portuguese island of Madeira and then the Spanish Canary Islands of La Palma, Tenerife, Gran Canaria and Lanzarote. Your final stop is Lisbon before heading back to Southampton, where you leave your ship. The island of La Palma lies to the northwest of the Canary Islands, and although its foundations are as volcanic as its sister islands, La Palma is by far the greenest of the Canaries. In fact, its alternative name, La Isla Bonita, the beautiful island, describes it perfectly. Unlike the other islands, it's blessed with rivers and streams, resulting in a very prosperous farming industry, and bananas, avocados, wine and tobacco are among the crops raised.
Another great cruise there, and we have a great price to match. There it is, 14 nights, 2 weeks away from £899 per person. Canary Island Adventure, 4-star Adventure of the Seas. Reference AD 537. It's based on 2 people sharing an inside stateroom, and this particular price relates to a departure on the 29th of September 2013. It's a brand new sailing from Southampton again, and you know this well now, don't you? It's free car parking or free coach transfers to Southampton, and if you book a balcony stateroom, you will receive free gratuities. And of course, we all like a little bit of extra money in our pockets. If you book early, you qualify for a discount of up to £500 per couple, included in that price from £899 per person. The Canary Islands have many wonderful highlights, and one that you'll be silly to miss out on is Mount Teide National Park.
At a height of 3,718 metres, the summit of El Teide is the highest point of the Canary Islands, and it casts the largest sea shadow in the world. The national park covers 130 square kilometres and is home to an abundant variety of flora and fauna. You're offered spectacular views over the island, so don't forget your camera to grab a few snaps. By far the most comfortable way to climb the volcano is by the cable car, which will take you to within 200 metres of the often snow-capped summit. If the weather stops you getting to the top, then the Visitors Centre offers some fascinating history about the Guanches, who were the first people to inhabit this Canary Island. So if you're looking to get out on an exciting and educational day during your holiday on Tenerife, then a trip to the Teide National Park is a must.
We said earlier that there's plenty going on all the ships to keep the kids entertained, but that doesn't mean that the adults are forgotten.
Whether it's a contemporary musical stage production or a Las Vegas-style show that's your idea of the perfect night out, the evening entertainment with Royal Caribbean will not disappoint. There are theatre shows and guest comedians, ice skating extravaganzas, live music, parades, the works. If you'd rather relax with a drink, there are loads of bars to choose from, as well as chilled-out lounges and nightclubs where you can dance till dawn. And of course, your bed's only round the corner when you've worn yourself out on the dance floor. If you're feeling flush, then head on over to the casino for a turn at the tables. You never know, you might get lucky.
Finally today, we're exploring Scandinavia and Russia on a fabulous 12-night cruise.
Your Scandinavian cruise starts when you board your ship in Southampton. Your first stop is Oslo in Norway, followed by Copenhagen in Denmark and Tallinn in Estonia. It's then over to Russia for a stop at St. Petersburg, where you get 2 full days to explore this fascinating city. Helsinki in Finland is your next stop, before you finally arrive at Zeebrugge in Belgium for trips to Bruges. You then head back to Southampton, where you leave your ship. Home of Hans Christian Andersen and The Little Mermaid, Copenhagen is a charming, picturesque city which is perfect for exploring in a day. Enjoy the sights of the beautiful Canal Quarter or make some time for some serious retail therapy. Copenhagen has an interesting range of sights and activities, including the Carlsberg Brewery, or you can visit the Christiansborg Castle.
So let's see how little you could pay for this cruise. And there's the terrific price, 12 nights from £999 per person, the Scandinavian and Russian cruise, 4-star Adventure of the Seas, based on 2 people sharing an inside stateroom, departing on the 13th of June for this price, 2013. Reference AD 637. It is, I'm sure you're at home repeating all of this now with me, brand new sailing from Southampton, free car parking or free coach transfers to Southampton. After you, book a balcony stateroom and receive free gratuities. And of course, the one that you've memorised, early booking discount of up to £500 per couple is included in this terrific price from £999 per person. Well, there you have it, our collection of 2013 cruises on board the Adventure of the Seas. Here's a quick reminder if you missed any. We started with a tour of Iceland and Norway, followed by 8 nights in France and Spain. It was then a 14-night cruise of Spain and a 16-night trip around the Mediterranean. The Canary Islands were next, and finally the 12-night Scandinavia and Russia cruise. To book yourself on any of the cruises that we've shown you in this programme, then just get on the phone and give us a call on the number on the bottom left of your screen, where you can speak to our highly trained cruise consultants at our UK call centre. Or alternatively, log on to cruisefirst.tv for all the deals that we have on offer. And don't forget, we are fully bonded members of ATOL and ABTA, so your holiday is totally safe in our hands, and that's very important. Bye-bye.